We end this unit of material and astronomy kind of taking even a step back at even our solar system and stars and kind of seeing a little bit more out there. We'll start with galaxies, the concept of galaxies. So you're probably familiar, well, you guys know that the sun is a star, and our sun is a star, and it's actually, the star is a member of a galaxy of stars we call the Milky Way galaxy. But up until, like, this just amazes me, up until 1921, it was still kind of out there with regard to the concept of a galaxy. They really kind of thought that stars were more miscellaneous, didn't understand this idea of a galaxy, though we take it for granted today. So one of the things that they saw, this is like much earlier than 1920, back in the 1700s, they actually could use telescopes like this. And this is, I think, the telescope by Lord Rosse. And it's just so cool. And so Lord Rosse actually drew a picture of this, which to me kind of looks like a galaxy, and it might to you. And as it turns out, it is a galaxy. This is a galaxy called Messier, or M Messier Object 51. And so what you're looking at over here is actually a Hubble image of what Lord Rosse saw. Not bad, not bad. But at the time, they just kind of called them nebula, you know. You're right. I'm like, okay, it looks like a nebula. That works. But they are so much more than just a nebula. The reason they kind of have that nebula-ish look to them is that galaxies, of course, are so far away from our own galaxy. So in order to ultimately kind of make sense of this, scientists needed to get a fix on how far away these kind of nebula-looking material were. So what they did was focus on a type of star, and I didn't make much to do about it, but after a star leaves the main sequence, sometimes that star becomes what we call a variable star. A special type of variable star is a Cepheid variable. It kind of pulses over the course of so many days. It's a subtle pulse to me, I think. But the way that it pulses, actually, the rate at which it pulses is an indication of kind of how bright it is. And then they could say how bright it's supposed to be relative to how bright it appears to get a fix on how far away that star was. Bottom line, this just amazes me, is that scientists even today can use Cepheid variable stars that are just barely pulsing in these distant galaxies to get a fix on how far away these galaxies are. I just think that is amazing. So once they understood that these galaxies were like, 250,000 light years plus away from our own galaxy, they're like, oh, okay, these stars are not part of our galaxy, they are outside of our galaxy. So the concept of a galaxy was born.